time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to the offerings to the Guru, and we were seeing the various offerings, the context for the offerings to the Guru. Here we have the next context from the Kularnava Tantra, the 12th chapter, verse 120. Rikta hastascha nopeyad rajanandevatam gurum palapushyanbaradini yatha shakya samarpayet evam no nachara devi brahmarakshasatam vrajet. One should not approach royalty, the deity, or the Guru empty-handed. He should offer fruit, flower, and cloth, and the like according to his capacity. One who does not do so becomes a brahmarakshasa. And we will now be looking at the first offering to the Guru, which is the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the offering of the sacred worship to the lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here we have the Shastra Pramana from the Kularnava Tantra, the 12th chapter, verse 5. Koti koti mantra japat, koti tirthavagahanat, koti devachana devi, parashri paduka smritihi. O Devi, remember this Paduka, and which yields indefinitely greater merit than billions and billions of mantra japa, billions and billions of pilgrimages, and billions of worship. Here we can see the wonderful Shastra Pramana from the Kularnava Tantra, and we also have the offering of the Vastra Seva, which is offering of the cloth to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and all of us can see the cloth which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is adorning, the Kashaya Vastra, and the various abharanas, that is the jewelry, which is adorned by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And if you would like to offer this, if you would like to offer the Vastra Seva, all of us can comment in the YouTube or Facebook videos, where the Acharyas will be happy to guide all of you to offer the Sevas to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And we also have the wonderful program coming up, that is the Paramashivoham level 3. After 3 years, Paramashivoham is an immersive 21-day awakening event to teach you the science of manifesting the ultimate consciousness in you. This Paramashivoham manifests the deeper experiences of the 25 states of consciousness, the vertical time zones, the power manifestation. Let's all register for this wonderful program at kailasa.org/Paramashivoham, where you can make the offerings to attend the Paramashivoham program, make the registration. All of us can log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham, and we will now be looking at how we can make the various offerings to Devi Parashakti. The Acharyas, we will now be guiding you on how to make the offerings to Devi Parashakti through a small tutorial. So we can begin by looking at the 3 links which we can offer the sevas with. The first one is the registration form, which is tiny.cc/bhavasamadhi, and we can see the how to make the offering, the intentions for offering. You can see the inputs of inputting your first name, last name, the phone number, city, state, country, and after you click submit, you'll be directed to the online offering, donation offering page, which is tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, where you can make the offerings to Devi Parashakti. You can select the offering of your choice. We introduced about the various offerings in this segment, whether you want the Swarna Padma Pushpa or the Golden Lotus, and you can select the quantity of how many of the earrings or how many of the golden mangatika that you would like to offer, or any of the offerings. And here you can then add to your cart and then proceed to checkout, where you will be guided on making the online donation by filling in all your details. And after you finish inputting all your details, you can click on place order, which will finish your donation to Devi Parashakti, to the offerings of Devi Parashakti, and then to make the offering of the Sankalpa names. All of us can give the names after you make the donation. You can give the names for the Sankalpa, which is the names of yourself and your family members, to be chanted in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam. You can select the offerings, you can select the seva to which you have made the offering, and once you have selected the seva, in this case it would be the Devi Bhavasamadhi Darshan Parashakti Akashic readings, and once you click on the seva, you'll be guided on submitting the names for the Sankalpa, the names of yourself and the family members, your family members. And if any of the participants, if any of the devotees have any questions on how to make the offering, if you have any questions on which is the offering best for you and which offering that you would like to offer, and if you have any questions on how to make the offering, how to make the donations to Devi Parashakti, you can feel free to comment in the live YouTube or Facebook videos, where the acharyas are available to answer your questions. The acharyas will be happy to guide you on how you can make the offering to Devi Parashakti, how, and of course to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And also, if any of you would like to attend the Paramashivoham level 3 program, I'm sure all of us actually would like to attend, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, after 3 long years, is coming back with a wonderful program just for all of us. So let's all take this wonderful opportunity to make the donations and to make the registration for the program. Here we have a comment from Yun G. Kaiser saying, I want to offer to Guru, please bless that I may the unlimited amounts of money manifest. I always offer to Guru, but I want to offer 1008 every time. Please bless me, Swamiji. Yes, Yun G. Kaiser Ji, I'm sure Swamiji's blessings are there with all of us, and you will be able to make the offerings to Swamiji. And actually, we have the wonderful celebrations coming up of the Vaikuntha Ekadashi and even the Pongal, the Makar Sankranti celebrations, and offering the Pratiksha Pada Puja to the Guru during this auspicious time is a wonderful opportunity to offer these sevas at such auspicious time, when the Uttarayana is starting, when the auspicious time of the sun moving towards the north is starting. So let's take this wonderful opportunity. Just having the intention inside us is enough, and we will see that not just the money, but even the time and energy will be given by Bhagavan himself, by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, for us to manifest the seva. After all, it is given in the Tamil scriptures by the various rishis, Avan Arulale Avantal Vanangi, which is just by his grace we can offer the puja to his feet. So just by Swamiji's grace, all of us will be able to offer the Pada Puja and the wonderful offerings to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So I'm sure your question is answered, and I hope to see you in the Pratiksha Pada Puja very soon, Mr. Kaiser. And with that, we have seen all the offerings to Devi Parashakti and also the offerings to the Guru, and even the wonderful Paramashivoham level 3 program, which is starting very soon. So with that, we'll now be moving on to the next segment of this, which is the seeing the Leelas, the divine Leelas of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over the years. And we'll be back with all of you after a short break.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nithyanandam, welcoming all the participants who are following us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Welcome back to this segment of Glimpses of the Glory of the Past on the 10th of January. For those who are not yet familiar with this segment, we are basically going through the years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life, and we'll be going through the years and witnessing the various forms of activities, contributions, and everything that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been doing and has done in order to restore the authentic tradition of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to save Hinduism, and to establish the nation of Sri Kailasa. So without further ado, we'll be jumping into the first slide, first year. In this year, on the 10th January 2001, we can see the day 1 and 2 of the powerful 3-day Chandi Homa, personally performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the revival of the Kailasa enlightenment ecosystem in Kavuntapadi, Erode, Tamil Nadu, in South India, on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of January 2001, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was only 23 years of age. This powerful fire ritual offering to Devi Chandi, the universal cosmic mother, happened in Kavuntapadi, a village in Erode, the first ashram of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism after starting his public life. This venue is the famous Kaliamman temple in Kavuntapadi, and the head of the temple is seen in the photographs. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was honored by the indigenous Mudaliar community that owns the temple. So here we can see in the picture the young Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Avatar, 1008th Avatar of Paramashiva, performing the Chandi Homa. So for those who do not know, the Chandi Homa is a fire ritual in which we invoke the presence of Devi Chandi, the form of Chandi, Devi Parashakti. And it is an extremely long ritual, which can take hours and hours, 16 hours and more to perform authentically. Here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism personally conducting the ritual. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was raised in the temple environment, temple-based ecosystem in the city of Tiruvannamalai, next to the Arunachaleshwara temple. So since his very young age, he was used to engage in rituals, to help, to support, and to perform rituals. And that has been his lifestyle since the very beginning. So he got trained, initiated into performing these rituals authentically. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism considers himself as a Shakta. So Shakta being the worshippers of Parashakti, of the sacred feminine consciousness who manifests in the form of Parashakti. So this Homa, this ritual, is the embodiment of that. And it is surely one of the most rare and intense ritual to perform. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had shared in the past that he performed this ritual many, countless amount of times since his young age. And here he is performing the ritual for the sake of the devotees who gathered around him, blessing them with this intense energy that gets channeled, gets infused and invoked through the Agni, through the fire in this Homa, fire ritual. We can see more pictures. Again, on the left, we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offering Arti, the sacred fire offering to the Kalashas in which the deities are invoked. And on the right, we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism holding a sugarcane stick and offering the Vastram, the sacred cloth, to the Agni, to Devi Parashakti, who is invoked, Devi Chandi, who is invoked in the fire as the offering of cloth Vastram. You can see here Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offering milk to the Homa and performing the various dimensions, the various parts of this sacred, intense ritual for Devi Chandi.
The next, we'll be moving on to the 10th of January 2007, where we can see Kumudam, a famous Tamil article newspaper, publishes the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism under the title Manadai Tira Magirchi Pongatum. Here we can see the Tamil newspapers and the various newspapers all around India had given had been blessed with the opportunity to write the articles of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's teachings and the various satsangs in their newspapers, in their articles, where thousands of people are enriched by all of these newspapers and all of these articles. And actually, many of the people who come to Swamiji, as we know, the YouTube is one of the biggest platforms where people get connected to Swamiji just by watching one small video or just a ad or just a 1 minute video of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And same way, just by reading one article, just a few words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, thousands of devotees get connected and click with the truths that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revealing. And here we can see one such instance where the Kumudam, which is one of the most used and most famous magazines in Tamil Nadu, in southern India, where we can see the article of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And actually, in the coming years, you will see so many of these newspapers publishing the articles of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, whether it is the Kumudam magazines or so many other magazines, where even the magazine owners have come back to us telling that just for reading the everyday article by Swamiji, just for seeing the experts from Swamiji's satsangs and discourses, people have started buying the magazine and the magazine sales have gone up. And there are so many instances where just Swamiji, out of his mere compassion, gives his discourses for so many people to add, so the teachings of Swamiji can spread and more people can get connected to Hinduism, the Sanatana Dharma, and Swamiji. So we have seen one such instance, and we will now be moving on to the next years.
So moving into the year 2008, again on the 10th of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visits Namakkal district in Tamil Nadu, India, and blesses the devotees who had come to have a glimpse of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So we can see in the pictures people gathering to receive the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his, again, early years of his public life. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to make himself physically available day and night for devotees, disciples, and followers all across the various states of Tamil Nadu. So here we can see one by one, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism attends to each and every devotee who came, answering their questions, answering their prayers, giving them guidance, and ultimately giving them blessings and diksha and initiation, one person at a time. That is how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has worked since the very day one to restore and revive the nation of Sri Kailasa, one person at a time, one person at a time. And we can see a glimpse of that in these pictures. So before jumping into the next year, we'll be having a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. In the next few moments, we'll be going through the further years of the 10th of January and the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the sake of the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma through the revival of the nation of Sri Kailasa.
itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision, time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nithyanandam, welcoming back all the viewers watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, and the various other platforms. We will now be moving on to the next year, which is the 10th of January 2010, where we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivering the Bhagavad Gita Satsang in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. We can see the tens of thousands of people assembled for this Maha Satsang, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is expanding on the truths of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a beautiful scripture in the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, where during the Mahabharata, which is an epic, which is a itihasa, and in the Mahabharata, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the battlefield, when Arjuna is having the doubts about whether he wants to wage the war on his relatives and the people who keep adharma as a priority, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna narrates to him on the various topics about the Karma Yoga, which is doing his duty, and the various topics on devotion, how devotion, the Bhakti Yoga, how through devotion one can attain enlightenment, and at last, as the grand finale, Bhagavan Sri Krishna gives the whole Vishwarupa Darshana, which is Bhagavan Sri Krishna embodies himself as the whole cosmos, representing the whole cosmos inside Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Rupa of Parandama, the cosmic form of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And Arjuna is then convinced that what he is doing is not an act of violence, but an act where he is upholding Dharma and upholding the vision of the avatar, the purpose of the avatar. And Arjuna continues to wage the war against the negative forces. And the Bhagavad Gita is not just for Arjuna, but Bhagavan Sri Krishna in a beautiful way narrated all these truths, which even now, after tens of thousands of years, the truths, whenever we read the Bhagavad Gita, immediately we can see that it is relevant to our day-to-day lives, where we can use the truths, where we can apply the truths that Bhagavan Sri Krishna gives in our day-to-day lives after so many years. And if you want to hear more about the Bhagavad Gita, what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed out of his utmost compassion, has decoded the truths of the Bhagavad Gita. And if you want to hear all of these truths, if you want to hear the satsangs, you can log on to the official channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which is Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda in YouTube. And also, you can log on to Nithyanandapedia, which is an encyclopedia of all the satsangs, all the revelations, and all the whole life happening of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So you can type in the date of 10th of January 2010 and hear the transcript, see the transcript of the whole satsang, and also the video of the satsang itself, which the Supreme Pontiff delivered on the 10th of January 2010.
Entering into the year 2011, again on the 10th of January, As part of the morning satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained the communion possible with the Vedic deities and how they help create the realization of the sacred truths within us. Aurobindo, an enlightened master, says all the deities described in the Vedic tradition are independent intelligence available to us. Connecting and communing with them is possible. With this one clarity, Aurobindo is able to give the right understanding that imbibing the sacred truth can make you experience the deities. So in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as most of you must already know, there are thousands, there are millions actually, of gods and goddesses, different manifestations of the ultimate Paramashiva. And relating to any of these deities will give you and lead you towards the oneness with Paramashiva, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing in this discourse, which you can also witness if you go to the YouTube channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism or the Nithyandapedia, where any deity is infinitely intelligent, infinitely powerful, connecting to any deity, whatever feeling connection you might have. Any deity Yes, we are apologizing for this technical glitch. So I will briefly resume what I was sharing. So here, as we see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the communion with the Vedic deities and how entering in oneness with any of these deities leads us to experience oneness with the ultimate, the space of Paramashivoham, the space of Paramashivatva. So each deity is infinitely intelligent and infinitely powerful, and will directly guide us to the ultimate, to the oneness with the ultimate, and awakening and realizing that ultimate within ourselves. So the Vedic tradition is the science of connecting and cherishing, intensifying, integrating a higher and more intense feeling connection with the divine, with the ultimate, through whatever form you feel connected to, and experiencing that oneness, raising yourselves to the highest states of consciousness where the realization of the space of Paramashivoham happens. So again, if you wish to listen to this enlightening discourse from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, please go to Nithyandapedia on the 10th January 2011, and the link to the discourse will be made available. You can listen and imbibe these sacred truths.
We will now be moving on to the 10th of January 2012, where we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visiting the Madurai Meenakshi temple, which is the temple in southern India, where Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Sundareshwara are gracing and blessing thousands of devotees every single day in their forms. And Devi Meenakshi is an incarnation of Devi Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness, and Lord Sundareshwara, Bhagavan Sundareshwara, is the incarnation of Bhagavan Paramashiva. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism going around in the Madurai Meenakshi temple and receiving the respects from the chief priests of the temple, the traditional respects. And we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gracing and blessing hundreds of devotees who are seeing the temple tour along with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and to all the viewers who do not know who Devi Meenakshi is. Long ago in the Pandya kingdom, there was a king, Malayadwaja, and Queen Kanchanamala, the king and queen of the Pandya kingdom. They did not bear a child for so many years. So, in the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, there is a powerful ritual called the Putra Kameshti Yajna, which is a fire ritual where through the fire you can request to the divine of a child, and the divine blesses you with a child through the Agni, through the fire itself. And King Malayadwaja and Queen Kanchanamala performed this Putra Kameshti Yajna, and they asked, intensely prayed to Devi Parashakti and Bhagavan Paramashiva, and they were blessed with an incarnation of Devi Parashakti herself as Devi Meenakshi. And when she was born, when Devi Meenakshi was born, she was named Tadanakai, and she had 3 breasts, where a voice said when she was born that the 3rd breast will disappear when she meets her consort. And Devi Parashakti, as she is the princess of the Pandya kingdom, was raised as a warrior princess and learned all the 64 arts of Hindu Sanatana Dharma. And when she came of age, she was crowned by her father, King Malayadwaja, as the heir, as the queen of the Pandya kingdom. And when she became queen, she went on the Digvijaya Yatra, which is the conquering all the 54 kingdoms, or in other words, asserting your responsibility over the 54 kingdoms. And as part of the 54 kingdoms, when Devi Meenakshi went to the kingdom of Kailasa, the abode of Paramashiva, and she met with Nandi, who is the attendant of Bhagavan Paramashiva, and she even defeated Nandi in battle. And when Nandi ran to Paramashiva and told Bhagavan Paramashiva that there is a fierce princess from the Pandya kingdom who has come to put her leadership of Kailasa also, Bhagavan Paramashiva immediately understood that it is Devi Parashakti in the form of Meenakshi. And when Bhagavan Paramashiva showed his form, immediately Devi Meenakshi's 3rd breast disappeared, and she came to know, she realized her true form as Devi Parashakti, and requested that Bhagavan Paramashiva comes down to the Bhuloka in the sacred city of Madurai, which is the capital of the Pandya kingdom, to have the divine wedding of Devi Meenakshi, and to come as the beautiful form of Paramashiva as Bhagavan Sundareshwara, which is the most handsome form of Paramashiva. And Paramashiva also agrees to her request and comes down as Bhagavan Sundareshwara, and the divine wedding takes place, and they rule over the sacred city of Madurai and the Pandya kingdom for thousands of years. And this is the wonderful Leela played by Bhagavan Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti to establish the sacred Shyamala Pitha, Sarvanya Pitha, the all-knowing seat of the Shyamala Pitha, which is the seat of the Pandya kingdom, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the current emperor, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Shyamala Pitha of the Madurai Adinam, which is the epicenter of the royal kingdom of the Shyamala Pitha, Sarvanya Pitha. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gracing the temple by paying his respects to the gods and goddesses and blessing all the devotees in the Madurai Meenakshi temple.
So entering into the year 2013, again on the 10th of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducts the NKY, the Nitya Kriya Yoga program for the participants who gathered physically in Adi Kailasa in the Bengaluru Adinam. And he's also allowing people to join online and attend to the program in the various centers in the various Kailasas around the world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism designed many such programs in order to help participants to complete with their incompletions, to expand their chakras, to cherish liberating cognitions, and to allow ultimately the Kundalini Shakti to flow in the body, to break the life negative patterns, and to experience the higher states of consciousness and oneness with Paramashiva, leading to the paramanifestation of the Shaktis of Paramashiva. So here we can see the people doing different kinds of processes, sometimes in pairs, sometimes alone, contemplating on their lives and the various incompletions or life negative patterns that they have been cherishing since early childhood. And as they go through various processes and techniques, they free themselves from these false cognitions. And ultimately, at the end of the day, they receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which awakens the Kundalini. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that when the Kundalini gets awakened, it is like a tsunami, a flood coming intensely in the body and removing all these incompletions, these life negative cognitions, which have been identified during the day, and much more. It cleanses the biomemory and the muscle memory, and it literally gives you a new breath of fresh air. So the Nithyananda Kriya program, the Nitya Kriya program was one such program which was conducted on this day in the year of 2013.
We will now be looking at the next year, which is the 10th of January 2014, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes how many various groups in the world exploit us by reinforcing our HDHT, the self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. These three alone keep us from expanding and having success in life. Advaita Vedanta is the only religion that teaches us the science of completion, giving us the exact tools needed not only to excel in life, but to allow enlightenment to flow in us. Especially to speak to the teens and the students of nowadays. And whenever the students in university or in school, you might have experienced yourself and seen your kids that every single day in the school, it is all about the self-doubt, the self-hatred and self-denial in various forms, similar to the peer pressure that the student experiences in becoming the leader one, the number one in the class, or whether the approval that he wishes to have from all his professors, from all his teachers, or it might be the pressure from his parents that they want him to be the number one in the school or be number one in the sports team in the school, or many of these factors right from when the child is around 5 years old or 6 years old in the first grade. We can see all these patterns of HDHT, which is continuously reinforced by the society, by the parents. And here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing about the Advaita Vedanta, which is the only concept where it teaches us that we are all one and the same, and whatever the other person experiences is just a reflection of you in what is happening in you, and the various truths where we do not get stuck by the STHT patterns and literally ruin our lives by continuously falling into these patterns, rather experience the powers and the Shaktis of Paramashiva, where you live as Paramashiva himself and embody the divinity inside you. And that is one of the most important concepts that is taught in the Gurukul of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where right from at 7 years old, when they join the Gurukul, they are taught that they are Paramashiva, and there is no comparison and no STHT that is reinforced. Rather, it is more and more the cognitions that they are Paramashiva, that they can express the state space beings, the powers of Paramashiva and the super consciousness of Paramashiva. And that is what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing, whether in the Gurukul or whether in all of the programs which is blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and to rewire our brain not to fall into the patterns of STHT, rather fall into the space of Advaita, the space of Paramashivoham. And here we can see the wonderful address, and if you would like to know more, you're always welcome to log on to the Nithyanandapedia, which is the encyclopedia of all the happenings of the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where you can go to the same date of the 10th of January 2014 and see the transcript of the satsang and various other satsangs of the Advaita, of living Advaita. And let us now move on to the next year after a short break.
Yes, so welcoming all of you back. Let us go into the next year of 2015. On the 10th of January 2015, during the morning satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continues with the Living Advaita series on the Upanishads. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism advises everyone to finish off making our completions, dropping all our old cognitions we have about ourselves, and then being ready to receive the cosmic cognitions from the Upanishads. Get ready to receive the original cognition from the cosmos. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in this morning satsang puts emphasis on the importance of coming back to a space of complete completion, dropping all our faltu or false cognitions about life in order to awaken the space of listening within us so that we can receive the ultimate cognitions from the Upanishads, which are basically direct cosmic downloads from the rishis who were operating in the space of samadhi, in the space of pure oneness with the ultimate, oneness with Paramashiva, so that these truths can enter into us deeply, reverberate, and start to radiate through us. So if you wish, again, to listen to this enlightening discourse, inviting you to go to Nithyanandapedia on this day and listen to the link to the satsang, which is made available there. You can also go on the YouTube channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam, and listen to these Living Advaita series satsangs.
Let us now move on to the 10th of January 2016, where on this day one of the profound session for Inner Awakening graduates, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism introduces the upcoming Inner Awakening program. He shares that he will radiate all three of these powerful programs together: Inner Awakening, Shivoham, and Nithyanandoham. It was a wonderful program in 2016 where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared about the various topics from all the programs. And actually, even in the December of 2016, we had the wonderful Sadashivoham programs, where it was an extraordinary program where all the participants manifested not just the completion, but even the powers of Paramashiva were introduced to the participants, had manifested such powers, such extraordinary powers, which you would have seen in the first segment. And even now, in a few days, we have the upcoming Paramashivoham Level 3 program, which is starting on the 19th of February till the 11th of March, during the auspicious time of the Mahashivaratri, which is the most auspicious night as per the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, where Bhagavan Paramashiva manifested as the light shaft and gave the enlightenment to Bhagavan Brahma and Vishnu. And on that auspicious day, in that auspicious season, we are having the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, which is after 3 long years of waiting, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gracing all of us by this wonderful Paramashivoham program. And if any of the viewers would like to register for the program, all of us can log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham, where you will be able to register for the program. And if you have any questions about the program, or if you want to know more, you can feel free to comment live on the Facebook and YouTube chat, where the acharyas are available to answer your questions and to guide you through the process of the registration for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And with that, let's move on to the next year.
So entering into the year 2017, the Nithyananda Yogam participants shares their experience of manifesting various Shaktis of Paramashiva. So Shaktis are basically the powers which manifest from the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Unlike Siddhis who manifest when we move towards oneness to Paramashiva, different powers can manifest through the intensity of the penance or the processes that a seeker goes through. But Siddhis distract you from enlightenment, whereas Shaktis strengthen your experience of enlightenment as they manifest through the space of enlightenment. So in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted many times this program, the Nithyananda Yogam programs, where participants from all around the world were invited to come in the close quarters of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to spend literally the entire day with the avatar of Paramashiva and get initiated. In the year 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to literally initiate at least one Shaktis, a different Shakti every day to these participants, and obviously the Gurukul Balasans who were also part of the program. So the participants who came for the Nithyananda Yoga program entangled with the Gurukul Balasans witnessed and also manifested these powers. Every morning during the live satsang, the participants and the Gurukul Balasans used to come and share what they have witnessed and what they have experienced as these Shaktis were manifesting intensely in the courtyard of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So an amazing time for everyone who were present during those days. So here we are having a glimpse again. If you want to listen to these sharings, inviting you to go to Nityandapedia on this day and click the link which leads to the discourse which was made available on this day.
We will now be moving on to the 10th of January 2018, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the visionary through whom this whole revival of Kailasa is made possible. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave energy darshan to hundreds of delegates at the Nitya Dhyan Yoga Convention at Bidadi, Bengaluru Adinam. We can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the energy darshan to people who do not know what energy darshan is. The avatar out of his most compassion and the grace, the avatar bestows the same space of enlightenment, the same space of the Kundalini awakening in the participants, where just by the Diksha, which is the initiation, just by the touch of the avatar, either the touch, which is the Sparsha Diksha, or just by a look, which is the Naina Diksha, or by the sounds, the sacred mantras, which is the Mantra Diksha, the avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, transmits the space of enlightenment and awakens that dormant Kundalini Shakti inside all of us, which in turn awakens all our seven chakras and awakens the innate possibilities inside all of us, where we can manifest the state space being and powers and superconsciousness of Paramashiva. And the Nitya Dhyan Yoga is a beautiful 4-day program which is scripted and which is personally made by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for awakening this Kundalini Shakti inside all of us and for manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. With this, we'll now be moving on to the next wonderful years after a short break.
So welcoming each and everyone back. So on the year 2019 here, we can have an amazing glimpse of one of the darshan, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave to all the participants of the first Paramashivoham program. So in December 2018 and January 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted for the first time the groundbreaking program of Paramashivoham. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted this program remotely through 3D technology to the participants who gathered physically to Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru, India. So we'll be watching a short clip having a glimpse of this amazing darshan. Darshan being a glimpse of the space of Paramashiva, which is being radiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is established in the highest oneness of Paramashiva, radiating this dimension intensely for it to be mirrored inside of us through the mirroring neuron process, for us to experience the same highest state of consciousness. So without further ado, we'll be watching this short clip.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
वक्राय महेश्वराय अघोरहृदयाय रुद्रेश्वराय वामेश्वराय स्थितिकारणाय सत्यस्वरूपाय सृजनेश्वराय स्वागतं स्वागतं स्वामिन् ते स्वागतम् अस्माकं हृदये भो सुस्वागतं ते स्वागतं स्वागतं स्वामिन् ते स्वागतम् अस्माकं हृदये भो सुस्वागतं ते ब्रह्मस्वरूपं शिवशक्तियैक्यं दमरुकर्तिनुशूलम् आह्वानहस्तं काषाय वस्त्रं राजे सन्यासं वन्देहं परमहंस नित्यानन्द सद्गुरुं கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நந்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே கோவிலை முடி பூசி முடிக்கிதனையேந்தும் காலனே புடி ஸ்ரீ ஜெகத்குரு விடிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே உள்ளங்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணினே சத்குரு ஆயுத திங்கள் நித்தம் உரைகின்ற செவ்வுடி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொக்கனே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமுடி காணா அண்ணா மலையே அகிலம் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே நாகாவரணனே நால்வது போற்றிட நயம்புட நாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழகாலமுண்டு ஆழம் பாடுதனிலானத நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே அங்கிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி முடுகை அணையேதும் காலனே புலி தோலனே வீடின் விடிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர விடமணி நேசனே.
Nithyanandam, welcoming back all the participants watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and the various social media platforms. We just were blessed with a wonderful darshan by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and we have seen the Oneness Capsule, which literally awakens the same energy in all of us, even seeing just the video of the Oneness Capsule. Let us now move on to the 10th of January 2020, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, expounded on the cosmic principle, bliss is good puja, during the everyday live public address, the Nithyananda Satsang. His Divine Holiness revealed that prayer is the most powerful, ultimate way of connecting with Paramashiva, which will start as Vishishta Advaita, evolves as Dvaita, raising to Advaita, and manifesting as Shuddha Advaita. We can also see the various pictures from the live satsang, and we will now be moving on to the next year.
So entering into the final year, 2001, last year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives his blessings and accepts various offerings, rituals performed all over the world as part of the Nithyanandosavam celebrations. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who has left the society since 2018, is not presently physically available. to people, yet makes himself available through various other ways, such as online. So here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing with his presence, something that the devotees are extremely excited about and yearn for. Here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing with his presence and receiving the various rituals offered in the various Kailasas around the world by the disciples and devotees during the celebrations, the Nithyanandotsavam. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that in Hinduism, the entire year is about celebration. He mentioned that 300 days a year we celebrate, and the rest of the 65 days we prepare for the next celebration. So celebration is the lifestyle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the temple-based ecosystem, and the enlightened civilization. So here we can have a glimpse of that in the year of 2021. So with this, we'll be moving on to the next segment very shortly. So we invite you to stay tuned as the Adi Kailasa will be blessing us live with the rituals which are taking place today. So inviting you to stay tuned. And in a few moments, you'll have the darshan, the blessings of these rituals being performed live in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru, India. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a few moments. Nithyanandam.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Today is the second day of the Uttaranga Utsava, the conclusory celebrations of Nithyanandotsavam, the celebration of the 45th Jayanti, that is the 45th anniversary of the happening of the Avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Nijavatara, the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, who has descended to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyanandotsavam is being celebrated all over Kailasa, the first nation for all Hindus. Today, Devi Parashakti is going to grace us in the Teppal festival, Teppotsavam. Teppal is a grandly decorated water float which is set afloat in the waters of the temple tank. The grandly decorated deity of Devi Parashakti will be offered puja and aradhana, and she will be gracefully taken around on a procession on the water float. The Tepotsavam is a beautiful ritual that gently brings the intense energy of the 21-day Nithyananda Brahmotsavam to a blissful peace. Let us now move to the sacred Teppal celebration on the second day of the Uttaranga celebrations of Nithyanandotsavam.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिनि मध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। बालार्कारुणपद्मपीठनिलयां वामादिशक्त्यावृतां एलागन्धिसुकुन्तलां द्विनयनां हेमाम्बरालङ्कृतां वामे लम्बकरां सुशैलतनयां दक्षे करेन्दीवरां श्यामाभां शरदिन्दुचारुवदनां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्। ॐ श्रियै नमः। ॐ उमायै नमः। ॐ भारत्यै नमः। ॐ भद्रकायै नमः। ॐ शर्वायै नमः। ॐ विजयायै नमः। ॐ जयायै नमः। ॐ वाण्यै नमः। ॐ सर्वगतायै नमः। ॐ गौर्यै नमः। ॐ वाराह्यै नमः। ॐ कमलप्रियायै नमः। ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ कमलायै नमः। ॐ मायायै नमः। ॐ मातङ्ग्यै नमः। ॐ अपरायै नमः। ॐ अजायै नमः। ॐ शाकम्भर्यै नमः। ॐ शिवायै नमः। ॐ चण्ड्यै नमः। ॐ कुण्डल्यै नमः। ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः। ॐ क्रियायै नमः। ॐ श्रियै नमः। ॐ ऐन्द्रयै नमः। ॐ मधुमत्यै नमः। ॐ गिरिजायै नमः। ॐ सुभगायै नमः। ॐ अम्बिकायै नमः। ॐ तारायै नमः। ॐ पद्मावत्यै नमः। ॐ हंसायै नमः। ॐ पद्मनाभसहोदर्यै नमः। ॐ अपर्णायै नमः ॐ ललितायै नमः ॐ धात्र्यै नमः ॐ कुमार्यै नमः ॐ शिवाहिन्यै नमः ॐ शाम्भव्यै नमः ॐ सुमुख्यै नमः ॐ मैत्र्यै नमः ॐ त्रिनेत्रायै नमः ॐ विश्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ आर्यायै नमः ॐ मृडान्यै नमः ॐ ह्रीङ्कार्यै नमः ॐ क्रोधिन्यै नमः ॐ सुदिनायै नमः ॐ अचलायै नमः ॐ सूक्ष्मायै नमः ॐ परात्परायै नमः ॐ शोभायै नमः ॐ सर्ववर्णायै नमः ॐ हरप्रियायै नमः ॐ महालक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ महासिद्ध्यै नमः ॐ स्वधायै नमः ॐ स्वाहायै नमः ॐ मनोन्मन्यै नमः ॐ त्रिलोकपालिन्यै नमः ॐ उद्भूतायै नमः ॐ त्रिसन्ध्यायै नमः ॐ त्रिपुरान्तक्यै नमः ॐ त्रिशक्त्यै नमः ॐ त्रिपदायै नमः ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ ब्राह्म्यै नमः ॐ त्रैलोक्यवासिन्यै नमः ॐ पुष्करायै नमः ॐ अत्रिसुतायै नमः ॐ गूढायै नमः ॐ त्रिवर्णायै नमः ॐ त्रिस्वरायै नमः ॐ त्रिगुणायै नमः ॐ निर्गुणायै नमः ॐ सत्यायै नमः ॐ निर्विकल्पायै नमः ॐ निरञ्जिन्यै नमः ॐ ज्वालिन्यै नमः ॐ मालिन्यै नमः ॐ चर्चायै नमः ॐ
ग्रव्यातोपनिबर्हिन्यै नमः ॐ कामाक्ष्यै नमः ॐ कामिन्यै नमः ॐ कान्तायै नमः ॐ कामदायै नमः ॐ
कलहंसिन्यै नमः ॐ सलज्जायै नमः ॐ कुलजायै नमः ॐ प्राज्ञै नमः ॐ प्रभायै नमः ॐ मदनसुन्दर्यै नमः ॐ वागीश्वर्यै नमः ॐ विशालाक्ष्यै नमः ॐ सुमङ्गल्यै नमः ॐ काल्यै नमः ॐ महेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ चण्ड्यै नमः ॐ भैरव्यै नमः ॐ भुवनेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ नित्यायै नमः ॐ सनन्दविभवायै नमः ॐ सत्यज्ञानायै नमः ॐ तमोभायै नमः ॐ महेश्वरप्रियङ्कर्यै नमः ॐ महात्रिपुरसुन्दर्यै नमः ॐ दुर्गापरमेश्वर्यै नमः धूर्वधूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वदितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि सस्मितमं बप्रितमं दुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममभृतमसि हविर्धानं ऋगुंहस्वमाह्वाः मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे मावेर्मा संविक्था मा त्वा हि पुंसृशम् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्नन्नररितिं मम पशोगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि गुंसी जातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अबिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि ॐ मधुवातार्तायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्त्वोषधीः मधुनक्तमुदोषधि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। सांग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्गृहाणीति द्वादशारत्नेरचना भवति द्वादश मासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्ग्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रा नक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत्कर्म। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः। अलङ्कारदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। त्रीणि त्रीणि वै देवानां वृद्धानि त्रीणि छन्दागुंसि त्रीणि सवनानि त्रय इमे लोकाः हृद्यामेव तद्वीर्य एषु लोकेषु प्रतिष्ठति यच्चातुर्मास्य याज्यात्मनो नावद्येत। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः। त्रिनेत्रदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। हिरण्यपात्रं मधो पूर्णं ददाति माधव्योऽसानीति एकधा ब्रह्मण उपहरति एकधैव यजमान आयुस्तेजो दधाति। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः। कुंभदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानामीश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। अघोरेभ्यो घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वसर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते। नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः बलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि ॐ बृहत्सामक्षत्रभृद्वृद्धवृष्णियं दृष्टुभौजशोभितमुग्रवीरम् इन्द्रस्तोमेन पञ्चदशेन मध्यमिदं वातेन सकलेन रक्षान् धारयामि ॐ नभो नभो भवति जायमानोऽह्नां केतुरुषसामेत्यग्रम् भागं देवेभ्यो विदधात्यायन् प्रचन्द्रमास्तिरते दीर्घमायुः ॐ मूर्धानं दिवो अरतिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृताय जातमग्निं कविगुं सम्राजमतिथिं जनानामासन्नापात्रं जनयन्त देवाः ॐ दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीताः तदिन्द्राग्नी कृणुतां तद्विशाखे तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु ॐ वायुस्तागुम् अग्रे प्रभवोक्तु देवः प्रजापतिः प्रजया संविधानः प्रमुञ्चमाना भुवनस्य रेतो गातुं सत्तयजमानाय देवाः उपाकृतगुं शशमानं यदस्था जीवं देवानामप्येतुपाथः केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवेपेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मादेवानां पदवीः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणाम् क्षीणो गृध्रा नागस्वधितिर्वना नागस्सोमः पवित्रमत्येतिरेभन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मै चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतामं वयोधाम् चन्द्रं रयिं पूर्वीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्राभिर्गृणते योपस्व राजाधिराजाय प्रसह्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यम् कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि ॐ भवस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ सर्वस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ ईशानस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ पशुपतेर्देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ उग्रस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ रुद्रस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ भीमस्य देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ महतो देवस्य पत्न्यै नमः ॐ पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलेर्युतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यताम् यो वां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि
The Teppotsavam is a beautiful ritual that gently brings the intense energy of the 21-day Nithyananda Brahmotsavam to a blissful peace. Today, Devi Parashakti is going to grace us in the Teppal festival, Teppalotsavam. Teppal is a grandly decorated water float which is set afloat in the waters of the temple tank. Let us now witness this beautiful ritual, Teppotsavam, where the grandly decorated deity of Devi Parashakti will be offered puja, and she will be gracefully taken around on a procession on the water float.
अहं रुद्रेभिर्वसुभिश्चराम्यहमादित्ये ऋतविश्वदेवैः अहं मित्रावरुणो भाविभर्म्यहमिन्द्राग्नी अहमश्विनो भा अहं सोममाहनसं बिभर्म्यहं त्वष्टारमुतपोषणं भगम् अहं दधामि द्रवीणं हविष्मते सुप्राव्ये यजमानाय सुन्वते अहं राष्ट्री संगमनी वसूनां चिकितुषी प्रथमा यज्ञियानां तामादेवाव्यदधुः पुरुत्रा भूरिस्थात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्ति मया सोऽन्नमत्तियो विपश्यति य प्राणीति य शृणोद्युक्तम् अमन्तवो मान्त उपक्षियन्ति श्रुधि श्रुतश्रद्धिवन्ते वदामि अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि दुष्टं देवेभिरुतमानुषेभिः यं कामयेतं तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तमृषिं तं सोमेधा अहं रुद्राय धनुरातनोमि ब्रह्मद्विशेषर वेहन्तव ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि
தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் வலம் வரும் தெய்வம் அவன் வேண்டிடும் அன்பருக்கே வரம் தரும் வள்ளலவன் கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம் கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம் ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் வலம் வரும் தெய்வம் அவன் வேண்டிடும் அன்பருக்கே வரம் தரும் வள்ளலவன் கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம் கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம் ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் கார்முகிலும் விண்ணிருந்து பூமியில் இறங்கியதோ தேரெனவே நீரில் வரும் தெப்பமதை கண்டதுவோ நித்யன் வரும் தெப்பமதன் கோபுரமாய் மாறியதோ இக்கரையில் மழை பொழியும் வரம் தனை வேண்டியதோ வையம் குளிர வான்முகிலுக்கே வரம் தரும் ஆனந்தன் தெப்பம் கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம் ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் அழகாக வெள்ளி நிலவது தரையிறங்கியதோ விளக்காக விண்மீன்களும் ஒளி கூட்டியதோ அழகாக வெள்ளி நிலவது தரையிறங்கியதோ விளக்காக விண்மீன்களும் ஒளி கூட்டியதோ விண்ணும் அதிரும் இடி முழக்கம் இசையானதுவோ கண்ணை பறிக்கும் ஒளி மின்னல் சுதி சேர்த்ததுவோ சுகமாய் தென்றல் சாமரங்கள் வீசுகின்றதோ அசையும் மரங்கள் மங்களமாய் ஆடுகின்றதோ ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம், ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம், நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். தெப்பம், கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம். ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம், அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம், ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம், நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். பகையாய் வரும் எண்ணம் யாவையுமே செயலிழக்காதா, சுகமாய் நித்தியன் பாதம் தன்னில் வந்து சரணடையாதா. பகையாய் வரும் எண்ணம் யாவையுமே செயலிழக்காதா, சுகமாய் நித்தியன் பாதம் தன்னில் வந்து சரணடையாதா. வஞ்சகரையும் தெப்பத்திருக்காட்சி மாற்றிடுமோ, கொஞ்சம் முகமோ முக்தி நிலைக்கே நம்மை ஏற்றிடுமோ, எழிலாய் வருமோ நித்யானந்தன் ஆனந்த தெப்பம், வழிதான் தருமோ நித்யனவன் ஞானத்தின் தெப்பம். ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம், அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம், ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம், நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம்.
गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि, रक्षां धारयामि।
தெப்பம், கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம். ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம், அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம், ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம், நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் வலம் வரும் தெய்வம் அவன், வேண்டிடும் அன்பருக்கே வரம் தரும் வள்ளலவன். கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம், கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம். ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம், அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம், ஞான ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். கண்கள் கவரும் கொள்ளை அழகோ நித்யன் வரும் ஆனந்த தெப்பம். ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். அழகாக வெள்ளி நிலவது தரையிறங்கியதோ, விளக்காக விண்மீன்களும் ஒளி கூட்டியதோ. அழகாக வெள்ளி நிலவது தரையிறங்கியதோ, விளக்காக விண்மீன்களும் ஒளி கூட்டியதோ. விண்ணும் அதிரும் இசையானதுவோ, கண்ணை பறிக்கும் ஒளி மின்னல் ஸ்ருதி சேர்த்ததுவோ. சுகமாய் தென்றல் சாமரங்கள் வீசுகின்றதோ, அசையும் மரங்கள் மங்களமாய் ஆடுகின்றதோ. ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். தெப்பம் தனு சிரிக்கும் நித்யனவன் பாதம் தனை வருடி மிக்க மனம் கழிக்கும். உரைதான் நிலையோ ஆனந்தத்தின் நிலையை விளக்க, மிகைதான் அழகோ வார்த்தை இல்லை பதமாய் இசைக்க. ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம். தெப்பம் ஆடி வரும் தெப்பம் அசைந்து வரும் தெப்பம் ஞானம் தரும் தெப்பம் நித்யானந்தன் வரும் தெப்பம் பகையாய் வரும் எண்ணம் யாவையுமே செயலிழக்காதா சுகமாய் நித்தியன் பாதம் தன்னில் வந்து சரணடையாதா பகையாய் வரும் எண்ணம் யாவையுமே செயலிழக்காதா சுகமாய் நித்தியன் பாதம் தன்னில் வந்து சரணடையாதா வஞ்சகரையும்
गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिन्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिनीश्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम्.
Thank you for joining us for today's second day celebrations, the conclusory celebrations of Nithyanandotsavam. The celebrations will continue tomorrow when Bhagavan Sri Subramanya Swami will be gracing us in the beautiful Teppal water float So we invite you tomorrow for tomorrow's Uttaranga celebrations of Nithyanandotsavam. Thank you. Nithyanandam.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
எல்லோருக்கும் ஊருதான் கண்டு வைக்கும், இவருக்கு தான் உலகமே கண்டு வைக்கும். சுத்தி போடுங்கடி. வருகிற நாள் எல்லாம் வளமாக வாழணும், இருக்கிற நாள் எல்லாம் நமக்காக மாத்தணும். அதுக்கு இப்போது நாம் என்ன செய்யணும்? நித்யானந்தரின் சொல் கேட்டு நடக்கணும். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா பூண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் என்னும் தேரிலேறி ஞானம் என்னும் போரில் வென்றா மனித குலம் வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், நமக்கு தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சு கைலாசந்தா, தந்துருச்சு சிவவாசந்தா. வந்துருச்சு கைலாசந்தா, நமக்கு தந்துருச்சு சிவவாசந்தா. சைவங்களாய் உலகை மாற்றிடணும், சக உயிரிடமும் உரையாடிடணும். மூன்றாம் கண்ணை திறக்க கட்டிடணும், பூலோக ஈசன் போல் வாழ்ந்திடணும். சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தா, கைலாசா மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம். இதுதானே சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தா, கைலாசா மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம். மனிதகுல
நீரானையா கடலாண்டி இருந்தாலும் உயிரியா, கைலாய மகராசன் நீரானையா கடலாண்டி இருந்தாலும் உயிரியா.
வருகிற நாள் எல்லாம் வளமாக வாழணும், இருக்கிற நாள் எல்லாம் நமக்காக மாத்தணும். அதுக்கு இப்போது நாம் என்ன செய்யணும்? நித்யானந்தரின் சொல் கேட்டு நடக்கணும். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா கொண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் என்னும் தேரிலேறி ஞானம் என்னும் போரில் வென்றார். மனித குலம் மீட்டெடுத்தா நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்க வந்தா.
ஓம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பரமசக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and blessings. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Yajamans, Manifestors, Sarvabarityahi, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, E-Gurukul students, Nithyanandas, NHU students, Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals and supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Everyone who is sitting with us through Kailasa TV, Kailasa's NTV, Kailasa's HNTV, and all social media platforms, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. It's the continuation of the message from Paramashiva from the morning initiation. The next point, listen intensely. Action or reaction. Response all the three: action, reaction, response. All the three, if it is triggered by the great truths of the parallel universe, you are living Paramashivatva, living enlightenment. Listen. Listen intensely. Life is neither suffering nor joy. Life is neither pain nor pleasure. Life has to be triggered inside you from the great cosmic truths of the parallel universe. That's all. I'll give you example by example. One by one. Morning I was telling you, I sincerely appreciate each one of you sitting with me. I don't take your time for granted. I don't take the treasure you share with me for granted. I don't take the talent you share with me and Kailasa for granted. Listen. I'm repeating. Listen. I'm repeating. Sorry for the technical glitch. I'm repeating now. Your action or reaction or response, if it is triggered from the cosmic truths of the parallel universe, it is always right. In the morning satsang, I was telling, I don't take your time for granted. I'm telling you, even now, it's night 12:35 in India. It's late night, but I can see thousands and thousands of Indian satsang centers, Paduka mandirs, Adinams are active, houseful, literally. And many of you are sitting in various time zones, literally all continents. All countries. I don't take your time for granted. I don't take the talent you share with me and Kailasa for granted. I don't take your love for me granted. I don't take the treasure you share with me and Kailasa for granted. I don't take the love and listening you have for me for granted. Listen, this is the most important thing. This is the most important thing. We did a survey. 98% of our donors, the high donors, the high net worth donors who are like a Sarvanyapita Kartas, Ejamans, manifestors, continuous funders, 98% of them go to our temples, do the seva like washing the washroom, cleaning the washrooms, ground level seva. Not hi-fi, just washing the deities, doing abhishekam. Ground level seva, cleaning the floor, washing the restrooms. Ground level seva. I appreciate each one of you. Each one of you. I don't take your love for granted. And I wanted to tell each one of you, see, sometimes I don't have a logical solution for your problems. I just give a command. For example, Sendil. One of his problem, I did not have a solution. I said, this is my command. Just obey me. He simply obeyed. I know my command for him is not logical conclusion. It's not, see, somebody in his situation, if they rationally think and decide, they would have taken and executed the decision he made. But I said, in Hindu tradition, this is the way we behave. Do what I am saying. He just obeyed me. I wanted to tell Sendil, I don't take your listening for granted. I do appreciate your love for me, your listening for me. Please understand, I want every one of you to know, so many people, during many issues, sometimes health issues, sometimes relationship issues, sometimes business decisions, even though it did not look logical, he just obeyed me. Of course, later on they realized what I told has done a great, good thing for them. All that is different. But listening to me, obeying to me, listening to my instructions, I wanted all of you to know I don't take that for granted. I'm extremely sincere when I advise you, when I give you solutions, suggestions. Never ever think you are a number for me. You are a being. You are a being. I operate from the parallel universe, Kailasa. You are a being, potential as me to manifest Paramashiva. I treat you as Paramashiva and I appreciate the way you treat me as Paramashiva, and I don't take you for granted. Understand? My action, my reaction, my response, all are triggered by the parallel universe Kailasa Paramashivatva. So everything I do becomes good, right for everyone. Just because I am triggered by the parallel universe Kailasa Paramashivatva. When I was stitching this kavacham, golden kavacham, I specifically picked up a jewel from Daivika, San Jose Daivika's jewel, and told the team which is stitching it, helping me stitching it, I told them, put it here and send a photograph to her. And my team was shocked that I can remember who gave what. I said, in that jewel, that person's love, that feeling connection, consciousness is alive. She is alive. It is not, it has no gold value for me. It has a conscious value for me. See, if I give you my deity, you won't bother whether it is made of gold or silver or copper or mud. For you, it is me. Same way, this jewel is your deity for me. It has no gold value or silver value or cost value. It is conscious value. In every level. In every level. I sincerely appreciate each one of you. Many things which I say here, many things which I am not able to say here. There are many of you who put up with all the tantrums thrown by my Adinavasis and my Kailasavasis just for my sake. You tolerate the Shiva Bhutas for the sake of Shiva. I sincerely appreciate that patience. If you allow the cosmic truths, trigger, action, reaction, response in your life, in your being, everything you do is right and successful. Whether in relationships, life, health, everything. The next message from Paramashiva. We are all eternal, immortal. Just get initiated into this truth. You will have Divya Sarira like Paramashiva, which you can use as long as you want, and replace it as you want, retire it when you want, shred it when you want, rest it when you want. Understand? The Kayakalpa signs Paramashiva triggered in my body from Kailasa is literally getting triggered in all of you. I receive messages from thousands of my disciples, Swamiji. When you became lean and healthy, suddenly I also started becoming lean and healthy. When your skin started shining, I also feel my skin has started shining. I don't want to name them, but I receive a lot of messages. I want all of you to know, especially all my disciples who are connected to me, anything gets triggered in me from the parallel universe, Kailasa, from Paramashiva, is triggered in all of you simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. Sri Sadashivapriya is smiling and laughing because he is enjoying that experience which I described. Understand? The very existence is parallel universe. In every level, understand this truth. In every level, understand this truth. Drill this great truth in all of you, in all your actions and reactions and responses. Listen, appreciating, celebrating a parallel universe, its existence expands your understanding about you, life, and Paramashiva. Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. About all the three, you get expanded understanding. So your life expands. Logini is asking, how do I know which thought is triggered by the parallel universe? Understand? Any thought, action, reaction, response triggered by the parallel universe will be extremely peaceful, joyful, non-confusing. There won't be any SDHD about it. It will be such a empowering. I tell you, your body is from Kailasa, your mind is from this society. Always go with what your body feels, not what your mind says. Body is natural, mind is societal. Societal is suicidal. Mind is given to you to control you. Body is given to you to manifest Paramashiva. A little bit of unclutching practice is enough, Lohini. All your doubts will go away. What is the actions, reactions, responses triggered by parallel universe? And what is triggered by the toxic mind? This doubt will disappear with a little bit of practicing of unclutching. Every day, little time unclutching. Casually. That's enough. A little bit of unclutching is enough to keep the light of the parallel universe, Paramashiva consciousness in your Anandagandha alive, active. Above all this, even if you just remember me and connect and say, Swamiji, I think you need to intervene now and trigger the parallel universe action, reaction, response in me. That's enough. I am the most immediate, spontaneous, simultaneous 911. Maybe you can call it as 108. I'm the most immediate, spontaneous, simultaneous, synergetic, parallel universe 911. Parallel universe 911. That's enough. Maybe that is one more message. You can take it. Guru is the parallel universe 911. For immediate and permanent solutions. Listen. Each one of you are living beings for me. Don't think you don't fall in my eyes. You may be sitting in a remote corner of a village, alone and watching me, connecting with me. Don't think you are not in my eyes. I am there with you, initiating you, awakening Paramashivatva in you. Everyone in every corner. I am available to all of you who want me, who want me in their life. I am available in every dimension, continuously, guiding, supporting, empowering. Even when I give you the solutions which does not suit your logical mind, I take time to make you realize I give you the solution with a tremendous love. Until you are convinced about my love, I remain patient without giving up. Then share the solution. If you ask me, this 44 years of life on the planet Earth, 45th year now started. In these 44 years, what is the one thing I can claim proudly, royally? I can claim one thing proudly, royally, with the grace of Paramashiva. More than anything, with the grace of Paramashiva, I can claim one thing. I never gave up on anyone. I never gave up on anyone. Even my enemies who cherish so much of enmity, anger, incompletions towards me. Even on the Hindu Mizya people, Nithyananda Mizya people, I have not given up. I may wait for them to come back next Janma, next Janma. But I don't give up. I have not given up on anyone. It's the one thing I can claim proudly with the grace of Paramashiva. The grace of Paramashiva. Listen. There are so many things which people feel as a pride, my achievement in last 44 years. Listen. So many of you claim so many things as my great achievement, contribution, feel proud about it. Actually, people have listed it. I went through the list. Even I was shocked. From 2002, published with ISBN number, we have 1,139 books, above 100 page. I'm not calculating the booklets, the proper books with ISBN number. From 2002, we published 1,139 books. And still, the unpublished manuscripts of my satsangs and my notes is there in large quantity, which will be at least 3,000 or 4,000 more. Unpublished books, we have at least 3,000 to 4,000 books material in the form of manuscript, which is yet to be published. The number of Naivedyams and Annadans offered only today is 49,431. And Annadans offered is 54,400. Sorry, Naivedyam offered is 54,408. Across the globe. Only one just today. And the number of letters of appreciation received from all over the world, 58. And proclamations received from the different statesmen, mayors, ministers, prime ministers, presidents, 106 only today. So many countries, cities have declared January 3rd as Nithyananda Day. Because as per the Gregorian calendar, January 3rd seems to be the birthday. We celebrate as per Vedic tradition, Vedic calendar and Gregorian both. But I myself feel proud about one thing, that I never give up on anyone. I wait. Even on Hindu Misia, Nithyananda Misia people don't give up. If they are dangerous, I wait for them to come back in their next Janma, but I don't give up. If they are non-dangerous, I wait for them to come back even today. Sometimes I think, at least for birthday, they will send greetings and ask for blessings, and so they can reconnect. Anyone who misses me due to some reason moved little away from me. I open the door now. From today till January 3rd, this birthday celebrations, you can just send a message. Birthday greetings, nice way to reconnect. I am available for you. And I am waiting for you. I am waiting for each one of you. Understand, actions, reactions, responses in me are triggered by the parallel universe Maha Kailasa Paramashiva. It will only do good to the world and you and everyone. Only do the best to all of us. If some of you have moved out due to your delusions, fears, apprehensions, misunderstandings, good or bad, right or wrong, I welcome you back. It's a very sweet way. Just send birthday greeting message, that's all. You are connected back. I'll initiate all of you into all these great truths. Now, with Sivadiksha, Samayadiksha, Visheshadiksha, all of you who want Atmalinga, you can pick up any stone and keep it in front of you. I'll energize that and make it into an Atmalinga for you. Now, so get ready, sit for initiation. If you want to get your pets, kids, friends, family, call all of them. I give you a few minutes to gather everyone. If you want to make calls, make calls. Get your family, friends, pets, kids, everyone. Let me initiate you. The morning I started the initiation. Now I'll take you to the next level. Make the initiation blossom in you now. Every word I uttered in morning satsang and now is initiation. I'll make all this into reality in all of you now. All of us now. Get ready for initiation. Get ready for initiation. Settle down. Yes. Please sit straight. Get ready for initiation. First, in Hindu tradition, Gayatri mantra is the first initiation given. So recite the Gayatri mantra along with me. Even if you are already initiated, you can get initiated again now. So recite along with me. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat. Next, Samaya Diksha, Siva Diksha mantra. Listen and repeat along with me. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Next, Vishesha Diksha initiation. With this initiation, I do Prana Pratishtha to your Atmalinga, ॐ शिवोऽहं 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 ॐ ॐ ॐ शिव 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 शिवोऽहं 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 परमशिवोऽहं 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 परमशिव 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 परमशिवोऽहं परमशिवोऽहं परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् शिव 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 ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् शिव 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 ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ కులకుండలిని wake up and reach Dvatashanta. Break the Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi, Rudra Grandhi. Cross the Sahasrara. Reach Dvatashanta. Experience Maha Kailasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let all the truths revealed by Paramashiva today, from morning till now, let it become reality, manifest as real in all of us now. Om, 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 Om.
அருணாச்சல புத்திரன், ஆனந்தத்தின் மந்திரன், லோகநாயகியின் மைந்தன், உலகையே ஆளவந்த நித்யானந்தன். காவியா காவியமாக்கிட்டாரு. அப்படியா? ஏழு கடல் தாண்டி ராசாவா வந்துட்டாரு.
ஓம் நித்யானந்த Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
வருகிற நாளெல்லாம் வளமாக வாழணும், இருக்கிற நாளெல்லாம் நமக்காக மாத்தணும். அதுக்கு இப்போது நாம் என்ன செய்யணும்? நித்யானந்தரின் சொல் கேட்டு நடக்கணும். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா பூண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் என்னும் தேரிலேறி ஞானம் என்னும் போரில் வென்றா மனித குலம் வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், நமக்கு தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சி கைலாசம்தான், நமக்கு தந்துருச்சி சிவவாசம்தான். சைவங்களாய் உலகை மாற்றிடணும், சக உயிரிடமும் உரையாடிடணும். லோக ஈசன் போல் வாழ்ந்திடணும். சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தா, கைலாசம் மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம். இதுதானே சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தா, கைலாசம் மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம்.
ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோஹம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோஹம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோஹம்.
வருகிற நாளெல்லாம் வளமாக வாழணும், இருக்கிற நாளெல்லாம் நமக்காக மாத்தணும். அதுக்கு இப்போது நாம் என்ன செய்யணும்? நித்யானந்தரின் சொல் கேட்டு நடக்கணும். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா பூண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் என்னும் தேரிலேறி ஞானம் என்னும் போரில் வென்றா மனித குலம் மீட்டெடுத்தா. நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்க வந்தா. வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், வந்துருச்சு சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், வந்துருச்சு சிவவாசம்தான். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா பூண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் வேண்டும் தேரிலேறி ஞானம் வேண்டும் போரில் வென்றா மனித குலம் மீட்டெடுத்தா. நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்க வந்தா. வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், இருக்கிற நாள் எல்லாம் வளமாக வாழணும், இருக்கிற நாள் எல்லாம் நமக்காக மாத்தணும். அதுக்கு இப்போது நாம் என்ன செய்யணும்? நித்யானந்தரின் சொல் கேட்டு நடக்கணும். மனிதராய் பிறந்த நம்ம எல்லாம் காக்கத்தான் கைலாசா என்னும் புது உலக கொடுத்துட்டான். பகவானே வந்திருக்கா, மனித ரூபா கூண்டு இருக்கா. தர்மம் என்னும் சேரிலேறி ஞானம் என்னும் போரில் வென்றா மனித குலம் மீட்டெடுத்தா நம்ம எல்லாம் காத்தவங்க. வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், தந்துருச்சு சம்தான், வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், நமக்கு தந்துருச்சு சிவவாசம்தான்.
நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம்.
வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், தந்துருச்சு சிவவாசம்தான். வந்துருச்சு கைலாசம்தான், நமக்கு தந்துருச்சு சிவவாசம்தான். சைவங்களாய் உலகை மாற்றிடணும், சக உயிரிடமூரையாடிடணும். மூன்றாம் கண்ணை திறக்க கட்டிடணும், பூலோக ஈசன் போல் வாழ்ந்திடணும். சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தம், கைலாசா மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம். இதுதானே சொன்னாரு நம் நித்யானந்தம், கைலாசா மட்டும்தான் நமக்கான சொந்தம். மனித குலம் நம்ம
Paramashiva, 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 Paramashiva. Om Paramashivoham. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.